Hello Pisces, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now what you see laid before you is your part 3 of the 4 parts video series, and it's called Challenges to Walking Your Path. Okay, let's get started. The first message comes from the Shadow and Light deck, and it's number 6, Autumn is My Last Chance. It says, lost and lonely, this fragile little being has an apple of life and wisdom. She has hope, although it is fading fast. All buttoned up against the cold, the black autumn landscape offers no warmth or comfort, but she holds a source of hope and life itself. She can sustain herself till the frost-bound landscape thaws. She can save the seeds from her feast and plant them in the warming ground so she need never go hungry again. The reward of this act will continue far into the future, far beyond her lifetime. She is holding the source of hope, but is almost afraid to bite into it. It seems she is saving it for a rainy day, for when she has no other choice. Soon she will realize she has herself to turn to for sustenance and comfort. I keep waiting for help, for hope to come, but all about me is cold. I cannot find what I'm looking for, and indeed I can barely remember what I was in search for before I got so lost. Time to stop relying on others for that comfort, warmth, and sustenance that only true self-love can bring. Waiting for others to give you what you need will be a long and lonely, bone-chilling wait at this time. Look at what you already have, turn to it, and feast on it. Learn to love and appreciate the apple in your hands and save the seeds of self-love and plant them. The gift of wisdom comes self-love, comes abundance, comes the knowledge that you are a person who deserves to care for and love your own self. Committing to helping yourself, then you will be free of the need for approval, shelter, and rescue. There is only one true rescue, and it comes with the miracle of self-love. Go ahead, eat your apple. The second message is number 40, which is yearning, and it says longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. The next messages come from the Sacred Vision deck. And the message is 8, love. All you need is love. It says, rewrite the scary stories you tell yourself. Create a new vision of your innate beauty, and love what you are. All you need is love. Make your sacred shield from the stars and phases of the moon. And define your... let me pick up this card. I'm sorry, it's a bit far. Okay, I'm going to reread it. It says, all you need is love. Rewrite the scary story you tell yourself. Create a new vision of your innate beauty and love what you are. All you need is love. Make your sacred shield from the stars and the phases of the moon and define your intent. Be yourself. A beautiful new dream created by your night's flight. And call in your beloved, your soulmate. Your ceremonial feathers are your wings, and your elk horns are your antenna to the ancestors who love you. Your life is a sacred bundle made up of love and your dreams. You become what you think and dream. If you love all that is, you become the great mystery in all things. If you tell yourself a scary story, the world becomes a chimera, clouded from view. Rewrite what you tell yourself as a powerful new vision for sleep at night. Release your dove of peace and let or take your fears out of sight. With new intentions, tie your sacred thoughts to the headdress of your imagined success. You have love so that you may have roses in winter. Wow, like these two cards speak to the same thing. And if you notice, her apple is red and, the rose is red. Next message is intent, and it's number 20, Game of Thrones. Sorry. It says, hear the herds of buffalo thundering in the distance as they run, carving the path for the buffalo to come. Like them, you are an echo of the ones who walked before you, and you will one day be gone from this place. What will be your legacy? In the mystery, you begin to feel the glory of existence of the great white buffalo and the prairie dog alike. Both are powerful in their own ways. You are beginning to sing your song line, a harmony of feeling and experiences that create your unique story. If you have outgrown your stories, change them and make them better. Trust that inspiration will come to you. Imagine your perfected self. Seek the strength of your intent and your ability to love and forgive yourself. When evening comes, give thanks for the awareness that you have found. Be reborn in a new sense of well-being and perfection. Sing the new song that comes from your heart. Listen to the echo of your voice in the canyons as the sound plays with the air. The eagles screech on high. You are food of the echoes. It is law, and it has always been that way. Wow. Sorry, so early. Excuse me. I just want to check something real quick. It's funny that they should speak of the prairie dog, because on the bottom of your animal medicine deck, when I stopped shuffling and I got your card, you also received prairie dog. So I'm going to just rest it here, because it's very, yeah. The next message is cooperate instead of competition. And it says, what's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, and there is an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. This cooperative partnerships you can accomplish anything. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. And this says, visualize abundance in all forms. It said, God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. You also received 2 cards for, and it was Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. It says a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. And we have 0, the Dreamer, which is the Fool card. It says a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. We'll read this one first since it was at the bottom of the deck. It says family and friends. And it's number 47, which boils down to a 4, stability. And it says prairie dog. No, that would be an 11. Prairie dog, eat lots of veggies, find a balance with friends and family, community, many social experiences. And number 46, raccoon, eat more fruits and veggies. Eat more fruits and veggies. Okay. Wear a mask as needed. Put to sleep what does not work. Transform yourself. Dexterity and disguise. Use a life behind the mask. And the final message is from the Black-Hearted Oracle, and it's number 33. And it says, your throne is sitting empty. Why? What has you so distracted, so dismayed, feeling what kind of gray? Your throne is dusty. It's been so long since you walked away, searching for something, lost in the game, where the rules are unfair and you're always losing at the end of the day. but really and truly, it is a game you need not play. There lies your queendom, your kingdom with no ruler to be found, 'cause you're stuck wandering on foreign grounds, pleading and begging to build a shack on someone else's land. Is this really the best option, your biggest and brightest plan? To deny your royalty and remain with outstretched begging hands? So Pisces, as you can see here, there's a lot of cards speaking of you almost losing hope. But really what it's saying to you is that you don't need to lose hope. All you need to do is practice self-love. Real, true self-love. Not self-love by saying, oh, I can go buy myself this bag to make me feel better. No, 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 no. Not self-love practice through materialism. And when I say that, I'm not saying if you like to shop that something is wrong with that. I'm not speaking of that. I'm talking about using it as a band-aid instead of actually facing what's going on within you. Because so many places this card speaks about self-love and you rewriting the stories that you're telling yourself that's keeping you in a state of yearning for something that's not yours. You know, something that will never bear fruit or give you roses in the winter. You're going to have to be a fool because this card speaks of an apology as well. So you're going to have to apologize to yourself for not loving, trusting yourself, and walking in your truth. Because there is no lack unless you see it. You know, and maybe because you're losing hope, you're ending up competing with people. When there's no need to compete with them, because everyone does their own. No matter if we're in the same genre of music or the same lines of work, we never do the same things. I mean, because even on YouTube, there's so many different tarot readers and they all bring their own unique perspective to the cards. So there's no need for competition. But anywho, this is saying for you that there's so much here for you. But there's some healing because even your second reading was speaking of you needing to heal. And again, it is being re-emphasized how much healing needs to be done within. You need to stop telling yourself these stories that are keeping you stuck in a state of dismay. I mean, look, these two girls, their eyes are pretty much looking the same, except hers is pretty much closed and hers is open. You could see the desperation. And the grinness in the background. Okay, I'm not going to do it too long because I'm always overdoing it. And my videos cut out. But we'll go back to those as needed. The next message comes to you from the Chakra Oracle, and it's isolation. And we have the Five of Cups and the Fool. I do believe isolation popped up for you before as well. It says, a childlike playfulness is hidden under Sapphire's serious, elegant exterior. This card denotes wealth and an ability to do anything well. Trust and loyalty are indicated. Sapphire also has great capacity for healing. It says, I've got all I could ever need right here. Do not wait for the right time to live your life. You are on a verge of something big, but if you do not participate, it could pass you by. Sapphire doesn't know the difference between isolation or solitude. Do you? Self-protection, making excuses, over-preparing, never feeling ready to take action. Celebration, experiences, and play. Sorry. Goodness gracious. So sorry. Okay. Right? And remember, you also receive Dreamer again, which is the 0, the Fool. So what this is saying is that you're in a state of stuck on repeat. Because this speaks of him having the perfect tuxedo, the invitation, but he just can't press play. You know? Because instead of being stuck with please don't lose hope, like at your last straw, and, you know, autumn is my last chance, you need to practice to visualize abundance. Because you have a throne that is sitting empty, that you could take full advantage of, and you can get out of this yearning stage. You don't have to be here. And the only way you to get out of this is to practice love and think about the intent behind it. Like, why do you need love from a partner so badly that you're yearning? Pour that love into yourself. Take the leap of faith so you can stop crying over the spilled milk. A whole world is out here for us, but we can get stuck in these dark phases and not realize the abundance of the beauty that is there for us. So don't isolate yourself thinking that it's solitude. The world won't know your name unless you allow them to. Recovery. Recovery from a 2 of Cups situation and a 9 of Cups. So, if this is overindulgence because of a heartbreak, I know this is not the heartbreak card, I know it's a 2 of Cups, but being that this is recovery. Okay. Let's read what recovery says. It says, Lilac offers detachment as you allow yourself to see the big picture. What once may have been immaturity is now about growing into a new partnership with Spirit. Step back and allow the angels to bring healing to you. Wow. It's so perfect for this. Okay. Once the key has been used to open the door, you will have new ways of living. One without keys. Where you are headed, there are no locks. Pain from our past unlocks the door to understanding. Facing fears, wounding is strength, courage to face pain, awakening greatness, genuineness, regeneration, and understanding. So as you can see, it's telling you that through the healing that you need to do, because your last reading spoke of so much healing that needed to be done, right? And these cards both speak of you changing the story. So it's saying when you can connect with Spirit, when your higher and lower selves can connect, and you reattach yourself to Spirit, it's going to bring you this wish fulfillment that you're looking for, because you'll rediscover your self-love, and you'll make sure your intent is wonderful. Sorry. My nose. Okay. Next message was mysticism. I received the 4 of Wands in reverse, the Strength card, the Death card, the King of Swords, and the Judgment card. Mysticism, it says you are not to know. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it's not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see in the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown and journey, intuition, courage, uncharted. So what this is saying is that many times we view mysticism as something outside of ourselves, and we're always searching or going to someone outside of ourselves to let us know what the future holds. But what that's saying is a fallacy, because you already know it's within you. So you can't look for anything outside of yourself right now to let you know where your path is supposed to be. Because if you do that, what's going to do is you're going to result into having a Four of Wands situation where you're unhappy and there is no abundance because you're seeking outside of yourself. So have the strength to put an end to seeking outside of yourself and not trusting your intuition. Cut that out. This one, he knows. This is an air character, so he knows. He has thoughts. And make a judgment call on that. Trust thyself. Now, the second card was Soulmate. The Page of Pentacles. Six of Swords. And the Two of Swords. Okay, let's look for Soulmate. Red. It says, this card indicates changing old communication patterns and breaking open to new ways of interacting. You may no longer be able to have a conversation that doesn't sustain your authenticity. Freedom lies ahead, better than you can imagine. To enjoy the beauty of a rose, you must risk being picked by our inner thorns. With offers of new way to live, the best incentive to change is love. What truth am I embracing? This card indicates no longer living a lie. Speaking your truth, choosing love, freedom through transformation, resistance to commitment, an unexpected outcome, new truths, authenticity, treasure, and trust. And it says, it is time to face my true feelings. Now, this card right here speaks of a soulmate that always leaves, you know, and the wife or the girlfriend or the feminine is always begging him to stay, and, you know, but it's finally one time when he leaves, she just says, okay, I love you. And that stops the cycle. He no longer knows what to do. But this is a small opportunity to move to calmer waters by change. Now, I always like to clarify what these cards are. So I'll just put this here. And what I received was the Empress, the Three of Cups. No, it's not really how it came out. It came out this way, so I'm sorry. And yeah, because I'm going to read it this way. Okay, this. I want to make sure you guys can see that. Yeah. Okay. Can't see everything. Now, what this is talking about now is you're going to have to make a decision, right, to move to calmer waters. But it seems as though on this side, what you're thinking about is your truth of cutting, because this person has been hurt so many times that they're now become a little bitter. But through their bitterness, they're able to cut out what they don't want, because as you can see, they both have their swords of truth. And she's decided to wear her crown of self-love. So she's cutting out anything that doesn't make her happy and is in threat to this Empress mode. And on this side, it's more about the work. So you have all the powers, because remember you had the leap of faith, the dreamer. So you've taken the leap of faith to become the magician, to turn this wheel of fortune upright to a new time where you're going to start putting in the work into your passions. So this is great. I mean, the decision that you're thinking about on both sides is really good. It's just, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to move to the calmer waters by taking the leap of faith? Even though it may seem like a small opportunity, it's going to end up into this Empress. Your throne will no longer be empty. Growth is the last one. And it came with the Hermit and the Victory card. And it says, your message is best expressed when you are uniquely you. It says this card implies personal commitment and following one's heart. It's about honoring your growth and growth of others. There is a sense of courage and abundance and an ability to stand tall. This is a time to uphold what your heart knows is true. Grass says, break away. It may be time for a change of scenery. Visit a foreign country. Embark on a new enterprise to learn a new skill. Most importantly, grow. What have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? Taking a stand, living your truth, lack of safety, clashing values, teaching by example, warrior, peace, and courage. So as you can see,